Welcome to Criminality. Let's take a dive into the forensic files and the science behind solving a crime. Forensic science is a vital instrument in the investigation of all types of crimes. Because of recent substantial advancements in forensic procedures and technology, it is now possible to evaluate a wider variety of evidence with more accuracy and precision. I know, soon as you hear the words forensic files, you might recall the famous television program which started broadcasting in 1996. Forensic Files, a well-liked program that explores actual criminal cases where forensic evidence was crucial to uncovering the crime, is one that showcases this approach. The science of criminal investigation is fascinating, is always changing, and is crucial in assisting law enforcement in bringing offenders to justice. American documentary TV series Forensic Files, originally titled Medical Detectives, demonstrates how forensic science is applied to investigate heinous crimes, unexplained accidents, and disease outbreaks. The program, which featured Peter Thomas as the show's narrator and was produced by MedStar Television, Film Rise, and TRU-TV Original Productions, was initially broadcast on ELC. From its 1996 ELC premiere until its final episode in 2011, it aired 406 episodes. Before deciding on the show's official title in 2014, HLN reruns were first retitled Mystery Detectives. The program contributed to the development of crime science documentaries. According to its website, it highlights puzzling, often mystifying cases whose riddles are eventually solved by forensic detection. Real individuals and cases are depicted. There are interviews with forensic and scientific experts from many domains. Crime is not always the outcome. Investigations occasionally show that suspects are not guilty and that death was a result of an accident or suicide. Several episodes include people who were imprisoned or found guilty of a crime but were later cleared by forensic evidence. Other episodes center on incidents like the 1987 King's Cross fire as well as the 1993 Big Bayou Canada Trail catastrophe, where consulted specialists used forensic evidence to explain why the tragedy occurred. Many of the episodes on accident investigations were first shown as part of a different core TV program called Extreme Evidence, but they are now being rebroadcast under the name Forensic Files as part of the Mystery Detectives rebranding. Do you know? According to the International Criminal Court, also known as the ICC, crimes against humanity include various acts of murder, forcible transfers of populations, extermination, enslavement, torture, rape, persecution, imprisonment, enforced disappearance, and apartheid, among others. The methods of solving a crime: applying the techniques from the natural and physical sciences to legal issues in both the criminal and civil worlds is known as forensic science. Not only can forensic science be used in the investigation and prosecution of crimes like rape, murder, and drug trafficking, but it can also be used in cases where a crime hasn't been committed but someone is accused of committing a civil wrong, like willfully polluting the air or water or resulting in industrial injuries. Due to the fact that practically every science can aid in the investigation of a crime or the assessment of civil harm, almost any science can be considered a criminal justice science. In reality, forensic sciences investigate the same things as regular sciences, with a few notable differences. The only distinction is that forensic scientists use the procedures and approaches of recognized disciplines in legal situations. By examining the evidence, forensic science is a vital subject that aids in solving crimes. It entails gathering and analyzing physical evidence from crime scenes using scientific methods. Forensic scientists process and examine evidence in laboratories, giving authorities vital information that can help them piece together what happened at a crime scene. The gathering of evidence from the crime scene is the first stage in forensic analysis. All items that might be useful to the inquiry are included in this, including hair, fibers, blood samples, fingerprints, and DNA. This proof is gathered and then forwarded to a lab for evaluation. Several academic fields, including chemistry, biology, physics, and computer science, are used in forensic science analysis. These disciplines are used to examine various kinds of evidence discovered at places of crime. Genetic analysis of DNA samples, for instance, can be used to locate suspects or compare them to DNA samples from earlier investigations. Ballistics testing is a crucial component of forensic science analysis. This entails examining bullet fragments discovered at the location of the crime or on a victim's corpse to identify the firing weapon. To determine whether recovered bullets, including ammunition containers from suspects' guns, match those discovered at the crime scene, ballistics professionals may additionally examine them. Another significant forensic science analytical method utilized in criminal investigations is toxicology testing. Toxicologists examine various chemicals, such as medications or poisons, found on or within the bodies of victims to ascertain whether they contributed to their deaths. Digital forensics is one branch of forensic science that has recently grown in prominence. This entails searching through digital devices like computers and cell phones for any evidence of criminal behavior, such as emails exchanged between conspirators or text messages preparing an attack, that can offer useful information to detectives. Although forensic science has been demonstrated to be helpful in many criminal investigations throughout the years, it can also have weaknesses that can result in incorrect convictions caused by poor forensic analysis procedures that keep innocent individuals in prison for a long period before they are released. In reaction, forensic scientists try to always enhance their practices and strategies to make sure they are employing the most recent and trustworthy techniques. Do you know? There are many individuals and specialists that are involved in solving a crime, as this activity requires a huge amount of knowledge and study. Criminalistics, the use of scientific techniques to recognize, gather, identify, and compare physical evidence produced by criminal or illegal civil conduct, is known as criminalistics. It also entails the analysis of the physical evidence, including the crime scene, in order to reconstruct such incidents. Criminalists, also referred to as forensic scientists, examine evidence such as bodily fluids to check if DNA present there matches blood collected at a crime scene, such as through DNA fingerprinting. Evidence found at a crime scene may be identified, gathered, and evaluated with the aid of additional forensic experts. Jurisprudence. Lawyers make up the majority of members of the American Academy of Forensic Sciences section on jurisprudence. They are very interested in the legal implications of how accepted scientific evidence is in courts. They research the admissibility of scientific evidence, particularly novel sorts of evidence, and offer commentary on it. Additionally, they are worried about how forensic science generally functions in the criminal justice system and about how judges and lawyers should behave ethically. Some of the attorneys are qualified to collaborate with other attorneys and scientists on these concerns because they have their own strong backgrounds in scientific issues. Forensic engineering. When reconstructing crimes as well as accidents and figuring out their causes, forensic engineering makes use of ideas from mechanical, chemical, civil, and electrical engineering. Reconstruction of auto accidents is a significant part of that effort. Forensic engineers examine evidence such as skid tracks, damage to cars and where they ended up after the collision, road plus environmental conditions, injuries to the drivers, passengers, and pedestrians, and eyewitness testimony to identify what might have caused the collision. Engineers may collaborate with forensic pathologists, toxicologists, criminalists, and other engineers to build their interpretations. Some forensic engineers are experts in accidents involving boats or planes. Not only these steps and individuals are included in the crime-solving task. The detective who helps to gather evidence to solve a crime. The crime scene investigator, who gathers forensic evidence from the crime scenes. Police officers as well, and evidence recorder are very few of them. So don't ever think that solving a crime is a very easy task as you watch a television series and guess the criminal. Thanks for being to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell us what you think about this video below in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.